I'm Jenna Love from the Somebody You Love podcast. I work in the adult industry, and this comment says, I struggle with the idea of paying for S. I have done it before, but I had a guilty conscience for doing it with a woman for my own gratification. And now, I don't know if there's any way to say this without coming across quite rude, but it is interesting to me that you are more comfortable doing it with a woman for your own gratification without compensating her. Of course, I don't believe that all intimacy needs to be financially compensated at all. I have romantic partners myself. I have plenty of sexual intimacy that I don't get paid for. But I had this experience when I left the adult industry for about 2 years. During that time, I realized I really missed it. And I spoke to my husband and I said, I think I really enjoyed like hooking up with randoms, basically. So we decided that that was something we'd be comfortable trying. I downloaded Tinder and I had a couple of hookups. And at the end of each of them, I was like, oh, okay, where's the money? Because they weren't good, like they just weren't great. And, and I really was like, oh my God, I didn't even get paid for that. What the hell? And I guess for me at that point, there are workers who will never, ever have any intimate sexual relations without being paid because it's just not what they're into. But for me, I made the rule that I will never have bad sex for free. That it's just, I'm just not going to do it. So for me, if the sex isn't really very good or I'm not in love with the person, I'm going to need to be paid. So I'm not suggesting that this person is bad in bed. I don't know, obviously. The concept of someone being good in bed or bad in bed, I don't know if I really believe in, because I think it's about the people that you're with and the way the two of you or three of you or more of you connect. But I do think this idea of being guilty because it was for your own gratification is quite interesting when whenever we engage in sex with people, it's for our own gratification. Of course, we also try to ensure that they're having a good time because we are normal human beings who enjoy mutual pleasure and aren't, rapey. But the distribution of gratification is so rarely equal. I mean, the orgasm gap is an example of that. But, I'm somebody who orgasms at the drop of a hat. So personally, that's actually not a factor in it at all. It's much broader than that for me. And it's just about that every interaction we have with another human being has a cost and a benefit, ideally. And if that benefit happens to be financial, and it contributes to allowing me to have a roof over my head and eat a nice dinner every now and then, awesome. I'm out here advertising my services, saying, I would like to do this for this price. Would you like to partake in that? And you are saying, yes, please. That there's a cost there for me and there's a benefit for me. And I think that, no shade against this person at all. I don't know them. But for me personally, to feel guilty about doing that, to feel like you've somehow taken advantage of me, I find quite offensive. I find that I would hate to know that after seeing me, there have been clients feeling guilty and feeling like they used me when it was like such a mutual transaction, just don't be putting that on me. I'm not paid enough for that.